Okay, we now move on to IELTS speaking part 2, and your topic is describe an article you read about healthy living. It could be an article from the newspaper about healthy living, or an article from the magazines, health magazine,
Internet
about
article.
healthy living, or even it could be on the internet. Exactly. You should say what it was about, past tense. So you will use entirely past tense when you talk about it. When you read it, past tense again.
Okay.
And where you read it, you will mention the place, right, and explain what you learned from it. So this is going to be all past tense talk, right? You now have 1 minute. If you want to jot down some notes, you can do that, and after 1 minute you can speak on the topic. All right, you'll have to speak on this topic for 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay. Now today I'm going to talk about an interesting article which I read the last Friday on internet, and the article name is Health, Wealth and Our Life, and the writer of this article is Dr. Muhammad Ramzan, and he is one of the most popular doctor on social media, and because he also explained the tips and scripts related to our health. So in this article I learned lots of things, and in this article he explained how we protect and how we increase and how we protect ourselves against the disease and other things of the society, how we overcome the pollution of our societies. And also in this article he explained the current condition of all over the world, the COVID-19, and in this situation, especially in COVID-19, how we protect ourselves against the COVID-19. And the health related, he give the all information in this article related to health, how we spend a happy life and healthy life with the help of exercises and eat a good meal, and especially home meal also important in our life, because the junk food is one of the harmful thing in our society and in whole the world, and especially in Pakistan condition. Also explain the pollution condition of Pakistan.
Okay, all right, you've spoken for 2 minutes.
Okay.
Overall you spoke well. I found some grammatical mistakes, like you said he explained. It should have been he explained,
Okay.
past tense. Then you said
Okay.
I learn.
I learn.
It should have been I have learned
have
or I
learned.
learned.
I learned.
And then 2 times you said ourself.
Ourself.
We don't say ourself, we say ourselves,
Selves.
plural.
Okay. Okay.
Right? Then you said whole over the word. It should have been all over the
All
word,
over the
not
word.
whole over the word.
Okay.
And then you said he gave. So it should have been he gave, right? And then you said one of the harmful thing. Always remember with one of the we use plural.
True.
One of the harmful things.
Things.
Right? So these type of mistakes were there, but otherwise you spoke for 2 minutes and you were on the topic. That's the good thing. Now we move on to speaking part 3.
Okay.
Why do different people like to read different magazines?
Well, it depends on condition and the taste of the different peoples, because some people like cartoon magazine, some people like a different magazine related to actors and actresses, and some people like to read the magazine related to comics, etc., etc. So it depends on condition.
Okay. What kind of magazines do teenagers like to read?
Well, nowadays it depends on gender. Boys like related to comics type magazine, related to comic type magazine, and girls like to the story of love, romantic poetry, and etc., etc. So it's totally depend on the gender.
Okay. What is the difference between the news on TV and news in magazines?
Well, it's a quite difference between news on television and news on newspaper, because on television the news not explain too much, just related to related to real information, but on newspaper the newspaper explain the whole information about the news, and it's a good thing when you read the newspaper, because it's also important now.
Okay, do people like to read news from the internet?
Yes, of course, because we live in a modern era, so people like to read newspaper on internet. I'm also like to read the newspaper.
I also like, I'm also
Okay,
like.
sir. I also like to read newspaper on internet, like the Dawn News, Dawn News, the news, etc., etc. So that's the reason.
Okay, so in part 3, try to explain a little more.
Little more.
The good thing is that your speaking has potential. You need practice.
Yes, sir.
And you need to go through these type of questions so that you could manage it all. At present, I'll give you 6 band very strictly. I mean, you are capable of getting even more.
Okay.
If you practice, you can easily reach a better band score, but I give you 6 band for now. All you need to do, you need to practice this type of material so that you could answer confidently in actual test. Right? Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.